Okay, so we're getting started in Shavasana. Take up some space on your mat. Okay, everybody take a big inhale in through the nose and exhale. Let it all go. Whatever happened before you got here, let it go. Whatever is to come, it can wait. Begin to arrive here in this space, your sacred space. Allow your breath to settle, your body to settle. And for the next few minutes, you don't need to do anything other than listen to the sound of my voice. Let your mind go where it needs to go and gently invite it back with your breath. And just breathe here. Just invite an awareness of where you are arriving, how you are showing up today without judgment, just noticing. Today we are going to be practicing with the energy of the upcoming full moon. This is a blue moon, a super moon, and a blue moon can happen not very frequently. We've all heard that saying once in a blue moon. So it happens when there's two full moons in a month. And it's a super moon, which means that it's much closer to the earth, so its energies are magnified. And this is a full moon in Pisces, which brings in a lot of emotion, water energy, but we're also in Virgo season. So thinking of grounding our emotions here, but also the super moon magnetic magnifying energy, leaning into the manifestations, the seeds that we planted at the last new moon on, I think it was the 18th, if I remember right. New moon on the 18th, and now we're at the 28th, and the full moon is on the 30th. So we're right here in this like ending part where we're really seeing all of the illuminations this moon is bringing us. So, whatever's been coming up for you in the last week or so, whatever's been coming up this month, any relationship things with the Venus retrograde as well, think about your relationship to the self, relationship to your soul's purpose, your heart's desires, relationships to others, whatever's been activating for you is going to be illuminated even more and magnified during this time. So we are looking at any manifestations, any seeds we planted at the new moon, and really tuning into this being amplified by this full moon's light, super powered manifestation. So calling in abundance, whatever your intentions are during this time, really focusing on that. Throughout the practice, we will be trying to connect and deepen, release any old patterns that aren't working for you, anything left over that could be blocking any of this new energy that's coming in. We're looking at new beginnings as we move forward, and whatever our intentions are, being very clear about them and finding clarity during this practice in something that's maybe been coming up and you're trying to figure out how to work with it. So take a deep breath before we begin and tune into the heart center, and breathe here. Draw in that manifestation that you have been working on, the seed you've been planting, the thing you've been letting go of, whatever it is for you. Plant that now. Bring it into your sacred space. And then when you're ready, meet me in dragonfly. So seated with our wide legs out here, like a wide-legged forward fold, but we won't be really folding as much here. We may rest if we would like to. We can bring our blocks in. But first, finding that tall spine and really rooting through the roots, through the base of your spine. Feel your sit bones in contact with the floor. Move the fleshies out of the way. And just placing your hands on top of your legs. Close your eyes here and think about shedding old patterns, old beliefs. Think of release and openness here. Breathe and lengthen the spine on the inhale. Roll the shoulders back down, away from the ears. And just follow the breath from the base of the spine to the crown. Drawing up on the inhale and rooting down on the exhale. Think of sending all of those things you wish to release down the spine, from the mind into the earth. And you can walk your hands out and just let your head hang heavy here. You can place the blocks, stacking them to rest your forehead, however you need them. And just allow yourself to surrender here. Allow the spine to round and the gaze to turn inward. We're releasing and letting go with the breath. What are you releasing here? And gently walk the hands back, bring the head up last. We'll move into child's pose, but a closed child's pose. So with the knees together, you can use blocks to rest your forehead here. Bring the earth a little bit closer to you. And sinking the hips down, Walk the hands out and just allow your head to rest on blocks or to hang heavy. Arms at your sides, reaching back, fingertips towards the back of the room. And while we're here in this cocoon, this seed, we are thinking about manifesting change. Our intentions are taking root. They're growing stronger with each breath. We're in this place where we're about to emerge, right? So we're at the cusp of this transformation, of this big change. So think about all of the strength that happens right before, like you've been building up to this point of growth, this next step. You're getting stronger and stronger and stronger here. So you're just building that up within. Allow your breath to guide you here, to anchor you into the roots. Think of the base of your spine here really reaching into the earth. And gently press up and move into Sphinx pose. So we'll bring our bellies to the mat, legs come out long behind us, elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms pressing into the earth below. Think of rising up out of the earth here, embracing your full potential, the full potential of this moon's illumination. Maybe tune into your vision of whatever this next step for you is, whatever that's going to look like. being open to new possibilities, whatever they may be. Gaze can come between the hands, or you can let the head hang heavy here. Let go of any tension in your legs and allow them just to rest on the earth. Move the hands to the corners of the mat and press up for seal if you would like to. And if you get there and decide that's not the place to be, that's okay too. You can lower it back down to Sphinx whenever you like. Whenever feels right to your body. Always listening and tuning in. And go ahead and lower down back into Sphinx. Take 3 more breaths here. And then this last exhale, lower down all the way. Resting our forehead on our arms. And draw the hands under the shoulders. Press up into tabletop, and we'll move through a few cat-cows. Wrists stacked under the shoulders and knees under the hips, using a blanket or folding the mat if needed. Pressing away from the earth, round the spine, coming into cat, tucking the tailbone down. Just stretch. Good little counter stretch here for that Sphinx pose. Inhale, drop the belly. Tailbone rises, gaze gently draws upward. Allow the heart center to really sink here. Engage the core gently, drawing the navel into the spine. Exhale, press away from the earth. Let the head hang heavy here. Maybe make gentle movements, shaking the head no. And inhale, coming back into cow. You can begin to move through these with your own breath at your own pace. Take any variations you would like, maybe feeling into the hips, creating circles, connecting the breath with your movement, inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you come around, maybe a figure eight. Whatever feels good to your body here. This is free movement time. If you would like to do some other variation of movement here, you can. You have about a minute. Last breath here, coming back to neutral. And we'll move into butterfly. So sitting down with our soles of our feet together. Find nice and tall here. Feeling open to all of those possibilities, open to whatever shows up here. Closing the eyes here and tuning inward to our center, following that breath from the base of the spine to the crown of the head again. Think about unfurling like a butterfly, emerging from your cocoon here. Stepping into your power, embracing your potential. On the inhale, lengthening the spine a little more, crown of the head reaching a little more. Feel free to place blocks under the thighs for support. If you're at home practicing, you can use pillows or a blanket, towel maybe. Our intentions and our manifestations are a fluid energy that we send out into the universe. We can feel this energy as our breath traveling our spinal column. The intentions being drawn up from the earth, from our Virgo energies, being expressed out into the world. And extend the legs out in front, maybe shake them out a little, stretch. We'll move into dragon pose. So coming back through tabletop and walking or stepping the right foot forward to meet the hands. And we'll inhale, draw the arms up, reaching for all of our ambitions and dreams and pulling them back down. Hands interlace, fingers interlace behind the right knee. Find that nice long spine again here, just a little baby back bend. Our shoulders down, standing strong, rooting through the sole of our right foot into the earth and pressing the top of that left foot into the mat as well. Think tall and proud, and you are looking out at your beautiful life, your beautiful world that you're creating, all the magic you've created. And when you're ready, you can come down to blocks. If you'd like to deepen the lunge, placing blocks on either side of that right foot and sinking the hips down towards the earth. Invite the release. 3 more breaths here. And press back on the exhale into that gentle half split, sending the hips towards the back of the mat. And release the blocks to the side. Step that right foot back. Take a brief child's pose with knees width of the mat. Just take a couple of breaths here. Reset. And we'll move into the left side for dragon. So coming through tabletop and then stepping or walking that left foot forward to meet the hands. Rooting through the sole of that left foot and rising up, reaching towards the sky. Fingertips reaching, reaching, reaching. Interlace and place them behind the left knee. Find your strength. Find your alignment. Check in with your hips. Notice what's feeling right in your body and what isn't, and make any adjustments that you need to make. If we're feeling a little wobbly here, you can tuck the right toes under. You may want to do it just for a nice little toe stretch. It feels good too. Pressing the top of the right foot into the earth. And coming down to our blocks, if you'd like to deepen your lunge, you can also stay there. Allowing the hips to release and sink towards the earth. Three more breaths here. On that exhale, press back into that gentle half split. Toes pointed towards the front of the room. And make your way to your back. Head facing knee. Keep your blocks nearby. We'll move into a supine twist. So knees bent, feet hip distance apart. And start by just a gentle windshield wiper back and forth, just feeling into where our hips are here. Feeling into any stickiness, tightness we may be experiencing in our physical bodies. And coming back through center, pressing through the soles of the feet. Gently lift the hips and shift them to the left. Let the knees fall to the right. And place a block between the knees if needed for comfort and support. Make any adjustments that you need to make to feel comfortable. You can also take this as a seated twist if that is something you would rather do. Arms are out to a T and gaze comes over the left fingertips. As you breathe into this twist, allow the release, invite the release. Any thoughts that may be coming up, any feelings that are telling an old story, maybe release them here. If there's something telling you that you can't dream whatever this dream is, let it go. Inhale, draw the knees back up through center. Shift the hips back to neutral and maybe pull the knees in towards the chest. And dropping the feet back down to the mat. Pressing through the soles of the feet. Lifting the hips and shifting them now to the right. Let the knees fall to the left. Make any adjustments or modifications. Arms come out to a T and gaze comes over the right fingertips. Again, focusing on the release here. The surrender. Inhale, gently draw the knees back up through center. Release any blocks or props. And either windshield wiper the knees back and forth or pull them in towards the body. Whatever feels best to you, maybe taking a big stretch. We'll move into a supported butterfly. So a reclined butterfly. With the soles of the feet together. And place blocks underneath the thighs. Hands come to the rib cage. And just tune back into the breath here. Feel the rise and fall of the rib cage. And the breath filling all of the spaces of your container. Most of us in our day-to-day, minute by minute, we don't pay too much attention to our breath, but it is a key to our physical and mental health. If we can find more time in our day to be conscious of our breath, to be aware of it moving through our bodies, we'll find more ease, more peace, more grace for ourselves. And use the breath to invite the grace within you. The love from within. Feel free to stay here or extend the legs out for your final Shavasana. If you're taking Shavasana, take up some space on your mat. Allow yourself to take up the space around you. Use any props that you need to feel fully held here, fully supported. And allow yourself to rest, to integrate, to let go. And we may feel called to imagine this blue moon, this full moon above us. Maybe you are laying in a grassy field and thinking of this moonlight bathing you, soaking up the energy of this super moon, supercharged energy, shining grace and love on all of our intentions, knowing that whatever is meant to be will be. The universe is here supporting us and guiding us on our journey. Breathe in the light, the love, and the joy. Begin to deepen the breathing, gently coming back to the space. Notice how your body feels here. This is where we started our practice today. Notice the new reality you are waking up in. Make gentle movements, taking your time and finding your way to Sukhasana, facing me. Wakey, wakey, beautiful. Let's take a circle sweep and a big inhale in, reaching palms together. Exhale, draw them down to heart center. Thank you so much for joining for this practice today, for creating this sacred space and this community of beautiful people to share it with. We are all co-creating this experience together, and I appreciate all of your energy and love and just beauty that you bring to this space. So thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that you can carry the benefit of this practice with you throughout the rest of your week as we look towards this blue moon. Satnam, may you align with your favorite flavor version of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all so much. I really do. I love you all. You're all beautiful and magnificent, and fill this room with joy.